is doing well. Welcome to, I guess, the first stream of Call of Dragons. We are back from our break. Hope everyone is doing well. Okay, so supposedly, I am supposed to just bring this up. So I'm supposed to like test out the game and kind of like give it a playthrough and see what I think, but for those that know me,
My lord, I am Mara,
thoroughly-
your trusted
I'm
counselor.
just gonna let her talk
I will do
first.
all I can to help you retake the sacred lands. The mist has brought chaos to our realm. The passes the orcs thought invincible have fallen into disrepair. Now is our chance to retake Atheran.
One sec. Testing, is this slightly better?
The road ahead
know
will be
that
long and
this is,
treacherous.
like,
We
super
must
loud.
make our city strong.
Okay, is that
if we
better?
are to have the support we need.
Can you make like 6 times louder? Myself? Or... let's see. You know, it doesn't really make any sense because a lot of the times I don't change my settings. It just... For some reason, I don't change my settings, but it just...
Please give the order to build a lumber mill, so we may collect wood and strengthen our wall.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause the music. Okay. Is it better? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Let me know. Please give the order to build a lumber mill so we may collect wood and strengthen our wall. Okay, how do I do that? Click to start construction. New construction options. Oh wait, can I... Oh, okay, I guess this one has to be placed here because we're under like tutorial. But like, can I like...
We have all the wood we need.
That's all the wood
Now
we need?
we can
Wait, that's
strengthen our
all
wall.
the wood we need? That is not all the wood we need. Not really. Sounds about the same.
Our
Compared to
wall
excellent
is
sound
built
quality
on
you
a
have
strong
before break.
foundation.
Okay, hold on.
Now it is even
Holla.
stronger,
I
making
got
it
this.
easy to defend and difficult to attack.
Alright, is this... Sorry. Is that better? This should be a lot better, right? I don't... Okay, fun fact. Okay, I did not change any of my settings. I legit did not change any of my settings. Do you know what I did? I unplugged and replugged my mic. Also, it feels like I'm spiking. Am I too loud? Or is it okay? I'm a little bit concerned if I am spiking. Noise gate. There. Is this better? Okay, I don't think I'm spiking as much. Is it... Okay, is my audio level okay? A-okay? Yeah? Let's bring the game back. Our wall is built on a strong foundation. Now it is even stronger, making it easy to defend and difficult to attack. Thank you so much for the resub, dude.
Train swordsmen to guard the wall, and they will keep watch for the enemy night and...
Okay, let's train some swordsmen.
Stand firm. We will not falter.
I will not falter. Isn't that a Garen line?
Our soldiers have faith in the light. They will be an invincible shield.
Sure. Okay, wait. What is this? This is...
My lord, a mage has come seeking shelter. He says he got lost in the mist.
Show him in at once.
My name is Walder, my lord. I am a mage of the Royal Court. May the light watch over you.
Okay.
The mist came so suddenly. It wasn't long before I lost my way. And I came under attack from a dragon.
No one's seen a dragon in over 1,000 years.
I know it's hard to believe, but I'm telling the
Why does this intro feel like Skyrim intro?
There were these creatures alongside it. Their eyes.
Born from darkness, blood-red eyes. They must be the darklings the prophecy speaks of.
Checking resources for the last 10 minutes. Is that normal? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Report. There's a group of suspicious-looking. They appear to have captured a.
They are up to something. Okay. Ooh. With this bear under our control, we will lay waste to the city. Okay. Okay, how does combat work? Oh, you got a cutscene.
We still don't know enough about our enemies. Before you set out,
Selecting an artifact. Okay. What artifacts do we get to choose from? Ah, is this where the gotcha system comes in? Deals damage to the selected legion. Okay.
How does this factor into our plans?
Alright.
Thank you for your trust in me. I will set off at once. May the.
So
I'll shut them up.
I kind of want to like get past the tutorial to fully explore this. I'm kind of just clicking everything at this point. Wait, I can attack from that far away? That's nice. That's convenient. Use an artifact skill. Okay. Why does the artifact sound so much higher? The bear runs away.
This stone. I can sense the evil inside it. We can't leave it here.
Okay, can we zoom in? Like, is that a... I'm really curious if you're able to, like, zoom in and, like, explore. Oh, a dragon. Turn to the city.
My
Okay.
lord, the Darklings have been routed.
Fine work.
I have something you need to see.
Take a look at the stone. There's an evil energy emanating, right? Emanating. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Darklings were using it to curse that bear. They were planning to use this to turn the bear into a servant of darkness.
such dark power has never been seen before in Tamaris. If the Darklings were to bring more creatures under their the situation, please deploy it.
Okay, so go. Okay, we need to build a scout camp. Can I build this anywhere else? It does not seem like I can build that anywhere else. Also, that kind of looks like a. Where are we exploring? Okay. Oh, the scout is fast. Okay, wait, do I have to watch?
Our scout has departed.
Okay, I don't have to watch. Claim. And we are level 2, I think. Okay, so for those that are interested in directly supporting my streams, our goal is to reach level 5 for our city. And I believe I just hit level 2. I think. I don't know. I honestly don't know. How do I level you up? Or where is my city? Unless this is my, oh, I can zoom. You know, there's a lot of details I do like that. What is this? Okay. Requirement is a level 1 mint.
The mist has dispersed.
So we need to, oh, I can build! Okay, cool. I'm just glad that there is that option of being able to put things where you want to. Can I upgrade you? Boom. Alright, let's upgrade. Why would I use a speed up? Okay, I guess... okay, fine. I'll use a speed up. Okay, how do I level you up more? We need to upgrade our wall? Okay, yeah, sure. Upgrading our wall requires 4.7 gold, 4.7 thousand gold and 4.7 thousand wood, which we both have 90,000. So you know what? That's not too bad. Where is... what is this? Welcome to Tamaris. Okay. Is there a way to check? Can I mute chat? Is there a way to check what my city level is? Because I don't know what my city level is. Also, ooh, there's a lot of people. I hope they don't attack me. Wow, there's a lot of people. Level 5 riders. I don't know if I can fight that. Let's not worry about combat for now. Yeah. Let's not. Alright, we got that wood. Was that 66 wood? It produces 1000 wood at max capacity. I feel like it's not a lot, judging by the fact that the drawbridge just automatically close. All right, our wall has hit level 3, and we can. Okay, so we need stone. Oh, we have stone. How do you check? How do you check for stone? Also, what is this daily deal? Oh, I see. Is there a way to check how much stone I have? I don't want to build unnecessary things right now. I just kind of want to... Can we claim everything? Content video creator program. Can't say I'm currently invested. Okay, we found... Is this what our scout found? Sure, let's claim it. But you see, this doesn't tell me... This does not tell me how much resources I have. Is there a way for me to find out how much resources I have? I am confused. I am confused. Oh, okay. We got a lot of resources, but that still didn't tell me how much wood, how much stone we have. Does this tell me how much? Unless... Do I need to build ore? I don't know. Does anyone know?
Greetings, Your Grace.
Oh, hi there.
My name is Walder.
Hello.
We met. I'm a roll call. The battle
Yeah,
field
I get it.
I'm very
Okay,
glad to
yeah,
join your
okay,
forces.
cool, cool.
I assure you.
Oh. Oh, you get gifts for talking to them. Wait, do you only get gifts for talking to that dude? Doesn't seem like I can talk to anyone else. I have so many questions. Okay, okay, okay. What is the other button? I will speedrun? Alright, I'm curious what this is. Oh. Is that just, oh, that's, I will attempt to speedrun as well. Bruh, mine's not done checking resources. Close and restart? I don't know. 17 minutes. We can chill for 17 minutes. How's everyone doing tonight? Hello, Slam. Long time no chat. How are you? It's interesting. I have a lot of questions, you know? I have a lot of questions, but like the graphics looks very detailed. The art style is nice. But I have a lot of questions. I don't know how to play, you know? Like, is there a... For sure, for sure, for sure. Level... Is that level 3 city? Oh. Information. Or... It doesn't... There's no, like... I'm assuming 3 is level 3. Which by the time this is done, I should be level 4. I don't know. But... Is there game sound? Is it really quiet? I feel like I might have turned it down a little bit too much. How do I... How do I change audio settings? Oh, here. There we go. Is that better? It's at 6%. That's 6%. You can only imagine how loud this game is. Cool, cool. Thank you for the input. Really appreciate it.
Cheers.
So they have 3 quests, I believe. An epic ice mage. Alright, alright. There's stories too. And emojis. I see. Music helps emphasize how cute this game is, or cool. I feel like I should upgrade these, but like... Oh, it's only 5 seconds. Yeah, we can upgrade this. Oh, I can't... Oh, okay, so I only have 1 worker. Alright, so, you know, you think back about like Age of Empire days. You can only... you have to train more workers. I'm assuming I can't level this up either. Okay, alright, you know what? You know what? No. We're gonna no. Boom. Okay. And then is there like a okay, you know, 4 minutes. We can chill for 4 minutes. Well, we'll give him 4 minutes, all right? 4 minutes. Choose an avatar. Okay. So I need to change this to something else. I am Groot. And then I change it back because I like this one more. You gotta just, you know, do... I'm assuming these are quests. Let's see how much we can finish. Explore mist tiles. Okay. Explore. Start.
I'm on it.
Wait, they can just run past with no issue? Okay, well, exploring is exploring, right? If they die, they die. Ooh, hello, hello. How have you been? Is that considered... Oh, it does consider... Okay, cool, 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 cool. Okay, we got the side quest done. Okay, can you, like, return to base? I don't want you dying. Like, I know I say that if you die, but I'm not that cold. Okay, what else do we need? Gather gold times 5,000? Wait, do I have to, like... Oh, wait, explore miss out of 300. Okay, well, you're going back out there exploring. Don't blame me. Blame the side quests. It's not my fault. Alright, we got 2 minutes to kill. How's everyone doing today? Is everyone excited for the weekend? Because it's been a very, very long week. It's been roughly 2 months since I've been able to properly play League on my account. I sound like an addict when I say that. I'm debating on what to do tonight. You can come check this game out, you know? You got mail. No, I don't have my account yet. It's 2 months, 4 months since I've moved it to Taiwan. 2 months since I've got locked out because of the region lock. What am I supposed to do? Train? Okay, let's train. Defeat a level 2 Darkling Legion. Do I even have an army? Where is my army? The stars have fallen. It is our duty to drive out the darkness. Deploying legions to defeat Darklings will grant you hero EXP and war spoils. And I really didn't want to. I'm tempted to Valorant. I was productive. Vacuum clean my floor. Ooh, that's nice. I was super, super productive yesterday. Like next level productive. I was actually so proud. I did my dailies. I vacuumed the house. I went out to wash my shoes. I bought lunch. I trimmed my nails. I took a shower. I wrote emails. I made phone calls. Like, I did a lot. Okay, like making phone calls is like next level difficulty in today's standards. Okay, I don't have enough social battery to do that. And then, yeah, it's just a lot. I really don't like... I wash my shoes at the laundromat. Yeah, like next level productivity, you know? Okay. Yeah, I went to a laundromat. It was like $3.25 and tossed 2 pairs of shoes in. Oh, I thought I applied. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The mist has dispersed.
The mist has dispersed. Where are you at? Oh, you're still alive. Okay, good. Isn't it therapeutic if you clean your own shoes though? I don't own white shoes, I think. Hall of Order upgraded. Your city is about to reach a new size. And ooh, a cutscene. Hey, those red shoes don't exist anymore. Okay. Yeah, those shoes are gone. I donated them. Alright. No. That's a different pair. It's a different pair. It's a complete different pair. I guarantee you it's a different pair. We are now city level 4. Okay. Okay, so I need a wall at level 4 and a mint at level 4. What is a mint? Does anyone know what a mint... Wait, mint has to be at level 4? Okay, wall upgrade needs 10 minutes. Mint is moneymaker? Oh. Okay. Oh, wait. Yo, I can move this! I like that I can move. Oh, The customizability, you know, like when you can customize things, when you can customize things, things just become. I like. Wait, why can't I put? Okay, there. I like space, you know? I like space. I don't have any roads to these things, but it's okay. You know, it's not the end of the world.
Who goes there?
If people can't get to OCD, if people can't get to the tavern, is it tavern or tavern? If people can't go drink, people can't drink. Okay, it's not a big deal. Okay, so we are. What is this? Oh, is this like a free daily draw? Ooh, I gotta have that gacha in today's games. That interesting. Chak Cha Gourmet Hunter. 10,000 gold. Confirm. And then we need to wait for 4 minutes. Okay, cool. We got less than 50 seconds here. We're gonna move our lumber mill. I don't want to join. Sorry. Thank you though. I will make my own alliance. The Aerosphere Alliance. Join your first alliance. Aero. I'm sorry, this is such a self-centered thing to do. The Aerosphere. The Alliance for twitch.tv/Aeronui. Sure. Anyone can join. Wait, it costs gems? Okay, you know what? On second thought, maybe I'll accept their offer. Claim. Ooh. With this. We got some Hercules angel looking Zeus with a lightning bolt called Atheus. Interesting. Alright. Nice. What else do we need? Claim. A lot of things to claim. Claim. Oh, I have gems now. Is that how you make gems? Alright, let's go back to base, because we need to keep moving, right? Keep moving forward. Hall of Order level 5 is required. But I thought this is not... Oh, okay, we need walls. Alright. I just realized if we do a 10-minute here, boom. Boom! And then, do I have an hour? Why not? We are level 5. It's been... I would say less than half an hour. That's pretty cool. Okay, so... Good to know. In less than half an hour, you can reach the goal. Alright, so if you... Technically, if you really want to speedrun it, you can probably do it at an even shorter time. But yeah. Okay, wait for 1 minute there. Okay, I don't know what's next. Okay, so city level 7 requires more. Wall 5, Scout Camp 5, and Night Camp, whichever Night Camp is. Ooh, this is a huge building. Boom. There we go. Okay, so night camp. I think I'm gonna move. Okay. All my resource gathering. Scout camp will be there. Upgrade. I can't upgrade until I have more halfling workers, right? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We got single one-man army. One-man army. Storehouse. What is storehouse for? Oh, storehouse is our storage unit. Okay, okay. This is an important building. I will leave it. I would say the storehouse is something that you want to just put beside all your... What is this for? Oh, this is for hiring workers. Got it. Okay, can we hire more workers? Lumber mill. Let's move our lumber mill to here. And then our money... Wait, why is the... Okay, it's a 3... They're both 3x3s. Okay, okay, okay. And then swordsmen. Okay, so let's move the swordsman to here, 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 here. There we go. Okay, so like that. Okay, so you need to move that down to here. Yeah, okay. They're all on the same line. Scout needs to hit... Scout needs to hit 5. Knight needs to hit 2. This is Knight. And then... Walls need to hit level 5, right? Walls level 4. Anything under 5 minutes, I think I'm just gonna let it run its course. I do want to move this to the side. And goodbye. Timeout. Boom. There we go. I feel like I can just make a lot of mills on the side and then have my main storage facility and then the main building. Oh, that's... Oh, okay. There we go. Another free draw. Let's see what we got. Okay, okay, okay. Some ores, some speed up. Those are always nice. Tavern. Can move it like right here. What does this do? Hospital. Hospitals should, I would say, be on the same... It makes sense for a hospital to be near the training area. Right? That makes sense.
What is it? Greetings, mortal. I am Aphius. I have been sent from Whitewing Peak to join you. I will obey your... This is the first in accordance with your...
Thank you for the free gift. Didn't we have... Oh, yes. Chak-cha.
So, you're the boss? You ain't like I thought you would be.
What did you think I would be?
I've seen a couple bosses like you before. They all look real fierce, and they never bother to look you in the eye when they talk to you. But you ain't like that at all, boss. You're pretty friendly.
Hey, look, they say I'm friendly,
Sorry.
so that has to be true.
Introduce myself. My name's Chakcha. I'm a hunter. I ain't one for brains, but I got strength to make up for it. Anytime you need me, just let me know. Oh, by the way,
Arrow will
brought a
remember
couple
that.
of things from the countryside for you. I hope you like them.
Alright, thank you for the rewards. We got 30 seconds left on the scout camp, which then we can go for the night camp, leveling up to level 2. Swordsman camp, we probably don't need to worry about it just yet. 25 seconds. I don't know what I pressed. The invasion of Darklings has roused long dormant ancient beings. Brave adventurers have set off the trail in hopes of finding dragons. The dragon trail, you'll be able to claim a certain amount. I'm pretty sure it was me. Can I not challenge right now? I don't think I'm strong enough to challenge right now. Let's not do dragon trail. Oh, the 1 out of 2 is just the minimum. The more the better, you know. I'm not going to force anyone to play, but if you would like to help me out, feel free to do so. Apparently Vlad is speedrunning this, so, you know, I don't think it'll take too long. It took me... Are you making alliance? So, you got level 5, level 7, and alliance. I'm trying to figure out... Okay, which one's alliance? This is alliance, I'm assuming? Alliance needs 1500. I'm working on creating an alliance. Okay, I'm almost there. Rewards. Claim. Do any of these give claim? Wait, if I join an alliance... Wait, can you make an alliance? Do you have enough to make an alliance? How do you make... What? I am so confused. Wait, do you have enough to make an alliance? Wait, was that... It's Luffy. Community? Wait, am I supposed to just click all of these? Hold on one sec. Alright, give me one, like 20 seconds. Click. Oh gosh, that's a lot of clicks. Oh god, okay. Okay, I clicked them all. I'm at... Where are the gems? I thought I clicked the gems. 200 gems sent. Where are my gems at? And then claim. I guess we can just claim things. But Vlad, are you able to make... Do you have enough? Okay, so I am missing 200. I am very close. I am very, very close. What else do we need? Or what else can we grab? Claim. Resource halfway. Checking resources. Attack! Multi-create? Sure, let's go. Okay, they can fight. I trust them. I don't think they'll mess up. Level 2. So I just need level 5 and level 5. And we can speed this up by 10 minutes. And we won. 1395. I only need 105 gems. Alright, 105 gems.
I'm on it.
Maybe I can get gems from here. I don't think so, but you never know, right? Is there a list of things? Gems are not part of it. What about this? The next milestone after 2? 1 sec. Let me check. The next milestone after 2, it's 22444. An ad started. If it's 10, I must jump ship. If it's 5, I'll join. I see, I see. Lantern emits light and provides guidance. I can build roads just for fun. 2. It's only 2. It's 224. But, like, I'm waiting for Vlad to explain how he has enough gems because I clearly don't have enough gems. Free rewards. Yeah, something like 224. Wait, how did you get 1775? I don't understand. How are you so good at this? Like, did you just complete these that allowed you to do so, or am I missing something?
Guide me toward the light.
What is this? This is Abbey. Oh, so it's also part of the training grounds. And then Hall of Order just needs walls. Okay, is that level 4 walls? Needs a level 5 hospital. Where's my hospital? Hospital's over here. Let's level up our hospital real quick. 24 seconds. That's easy. What's in the name? Okay, I'm supposed to... Aero Nui. Boom. Perfect. Emojis. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Man, your speed running is like on a different level. We'll have a foundry. What is a foundry? I'm assuming this is also for ore producing. Explore. Then... Okay, cool, cool, cool. Explore... Wait, they're waiting? Why are they waiting? Okay, I think... Okay, you're exploring. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, okay, we're good, we're good. 2, 4, 8... Yes, so... after the 2 out of 2 goal hits... Also, I feel like that 1 out of 2 might not be me, it might be Blood. Yeah, it'll be another 2 out of 2, I believe. Okay, so Foundry is over here. This needs to level up. Explore. Just keep exploring, okay? Like, just keep exploring. Constantly be doing stuff. Micromanage, macro manage, micro play, you know? Like, just constantly be moving. Gotta be productive, gotta be fast, gotta go fast. I am speed. Ka-chow. Is this on mobile? This is on mobile, but only PC will count towards the goal. Yeah. Hospital needs to be level 5. For a hospital to be level 5, the foundry needs to be level 3. Okay, we you know, it's like you gotta do A, B, and C, but you gotta do C before B before A. So 6, 5, 4, 3.
The mist has dispersed.
Oh wait, no! Oh my gosh, you can't get both. That's unfortunate. I clicked the wrong one. I could have got 5 gems. So we found the bear. Participation rewards. Sure. What? Oh, I need to work with alliance members. Okay, we need to work on that. Inventory. Ching 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 ching. Can I? Oh, wrong button. Oh, I don't even need to claim anything. It's automatic. Okay, we are onto something. All right. Foundry level 3. Let's speed this up by a minute. This is level 5, right? Okay. Oh, a hero joined an alliance. Wait, I believe that is Vlad. Vlad, did you make an alliance? If you did, thank you very much. I didn't. Oh, you just joined one? Wait, are you able to leave an alliance? Are you allowed to leave?
Atharan awaits. For the holy light.
It's like almost like a turn-based strategy. Like, it's like real time, but it's not real time because there's a delay on it. But I do miss real-time strategy games. It's been a while. Wait, can you join? Like, I mean, can you leave? Are you allowed to leave an alliance? I'm assuming you can, right? Marksmans. Let's go for the marksmans. Okay, hospital. Wait, do I need hospital level 5? Okay. Foundry has to be level 4. Speed it up. 5 minutes. Boom. Level up. It's 3 minutes. That's only 3 minutes. I can wait for 3 minutes. Wait, flat. Okay, I'm gonna just... Oops, I keep clicking the wrong button. I will try and attempt to join an alliance. Speaking of something dragon related. Hello, hello! Can I join and leave? The Dungeons and Dragons movie was really fun. I am really excited. Okay. Wait, am I allowed to leave? Quit alliance. Okay, hold on. Let me grab my gems first. I was planning on watching it, just, you know, it's a matter of time. Megatron. Oh, I said I was planning on watching it, just not I just haven't had the chance to do so. Okay, so I'm going to quit the alliance. And then I'm going to create an alliance. Okay, we got this, we got this. Arrow. So we got Aerosphere. The alliance for twitch.tv/AeroNui. Anyone can join, create alliance. Hold on. Is there black? There's no black. Ooh. This is pretty cool. Just don't like how there's no like. Okay, fine. Cha-ching. Okay. How do I invite? Well, it's the Arrow Alliance. Are you exploring?
I'm on it.
Okay, you're still exploring. 30 seconds.
The mist has dispersed.
General. Confirm.
For the holy light.
We found a village. You receive this much when you pay 5 gems. Sure. Trade incomplete. Oh. I have more. Let's do that. Let's do that. Can I invite? Oh. Wait, what is this? Alliance help rank 1 invitation has to be okay, I can invite. I just need to look for you, right? How do I okay, whoa. Do you happen to know your coordinates? I think that like this your coordinates is important. You can get me your coordinates, I will probably be able to find you. I feel like I'm navigating like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. Boundary 20-minute. Alright, let's speed this up. Boom. Perfect. There we go. Another 20 minutes. Can we speed this up as well? 15:05. Okay. K90. Wait, how do I switch Ks? Or is, you know what, I'll just type in the 917
Guide me toward the light.
987. Search. 94. How does the K work? What does the K stand for? Also, there's nothing here. Let me check if there's like a server setting. Alright, let's take a look. Agents, rankings, more information. It's definitely not under more information. Account. Customization? No. It doesn't... Wait, is it because we're on different servers? You're on 95? Can I not move my character over? I don't think we're on the same server. I think we're on the same server. Hold on, let me... Does that like force restart? Oh my gosh. It, it does make me force restart. You're better at speedrunning this. You should move to 95.
In the beginning, Leosa, god of light, blessed a prophet with a Our battle songs are bathed in blood and tears. Light above.
Too much work.
watch over
It's
us.
okay. It's okay. Just
Atlan will be
for those
our
that are
king.
want to join and be part of the same alliance, be sure to...
My lord, the mist, the road ahead.
Alright, you know what? I'm curious to see how fast speedrunning is. Alright, so right now it is 8:40. Alright, we're gonna speedrun this as much as we can.
Our wall is trained.
Stand firm.
Our soul.
Alright, we're gonna time ourselves, alright?
My lord, a mage has come seeking shelter. He says he got lost. My name is Walder. The mist came.
No one
I know it. There were these.
born from darkness, blood red eyes. They must be the dark and the prophet.
Report. They Darklings are humbly.
We got this, we got this, we got this.
We still don't know. Before you.
I wonder if it's going to be the same one.
How does this factor into our plans? Thank you for your trust. I'll show.
Attack! Let's go! Commander.
Always be prepared.
Go. This will be a very good way of determining how long it actually takes. It's really loud though. Hi bear, go, you're free. You are free!
This stone. We can't.
Bring back the mysterious stone. Alright.
My lord, the Darklings have been routed.
Yeah, I moved to 95, but I have to start over. Why?
Such dark. If the dark.
You wanna race me?
Bring more creatures under their control. The situation, please.
Okay.
Atharan awaits.
Our scout has departed. Now we.
Atharan awaits.
Alright, we are currently level 2, I think. Okay, so we need a level 1 mint. And then that we can do... Alright, fine. Speed up it is. Because we speed running this. Okay, so in order to upgrade this, we need level 3 walls. Level 3 walls, boom, speed up 1 minute. Okay, that's good enough. And then meanwhile we'll take the time to claim everything. Cha-ching, claim. And it's loud, it's so loud. Okay, then are the walls not ready yet? Okay, walls are ready. Level 4, 20 minutes. Let's do 1, 2. We are speed running this. Ding. Level 4? Level... I don't know what level I am anymore. Level 4, okay. So, we just need... Okay, level 4 mint. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Speed up for a minute, why not? I need it to be level 4, right? Okay, level 4 it is. One more. And speed this up for another minute. And 10 minutes on the wall. We good, we good, we good. Alright, let me just click, 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 click. And then close, 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 close. Boom, okay. 200 gems acquired. Mint level 4, we can speed up the wall. It needs 10 minutes, 10 minutes speed up. Level 4 wall complete. Level 5, 1 hour. Do we have a 1 hour? Do we have a 1? We don't have a 1 hour. Hold on. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Then we can talk to you.
Greetings, Your Grace. Last we met, I'm a role at battle learning how. I'm very glad to join your force. I assure you.
Then let's talk to you.
Greetings, mortal. I have been sent from light. I will obey. This is in accordance with.
Then click, 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 clink, 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 clink. Alright, do you... Boom. Okay. Level 5 took me 6 minutes and 40 seconds, alright? Took me 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Alright, I'm gonna continue the timer to see... I'm gonna continue to speed run the rest in order for me to reach level 6. We gotta upgrade everything.
For the holy light.
And then we can upgrade our hospital, 24 seconds. Tavern. 3 draws in 9 minutes. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Let's move the tavern to the left side. Let's move the storehouse to the left side. Swordsman camp will be moved to the right. Mint, move to the right. Let's do. Here. And then scout. What did you find? Supplies. Free supplies. Is that you? I don't think that's you, right? I don't think that's you. I'm assuming that's not you. Night camp. Is that? Where's our scout? Oh, that's our scout camp. Okay, cool. Scout camp is a smaller building, it seems. No, it's not. Never mind. I thought it was a smaller building, but it is not a smaller building.
Guide me toward
And
the light.
then mint, lumber, housing. Move housing to behind. Let's do that. There we go.
Greetings, mortal. I have been sent from White. I will. This is in accordance.
I'm on it.
Hello.
And then ding ding ding. Upgrade my scout camp. Takes a minute. We can speed up a minute. Boom. Okay, what do we need? Wall, and 5. Got it. Ching, ching, ching. Let's train. Okay. Like, I like that there's like luscious trees and all that, but with like the amount of customization, I kind of just want to, you know, like enjoy what I've like you know, having that customization is definitely something that I want. Ching, ching. We need an alliance center for sure, for when we craft an alliance. My player ID. Oh. Arrow Nui.
Guide me toward the light.
Name already in use. Yikes. 45132216. I'm assuming. Can I like delete a character? Let me just go check to see if I can delete my character. Da. Wait, what is your name? I ate your buns? Search. No. Game or girlfriend? No. None. None of the above. None of the above. Can I change? Alliance name? Just do that. Arrow, arrow, sphere. Alright, I'm gonna disband this alliance, because I'm assuming you probably can't duplicate alliance names. No, I'm asking... Wait, yeah, have you set up the alliance yet? Or the name of your character would probably help. But I'm assuming I probably can't find it because we're on different worlds. Ah. I delete that. Alright, we're switching. I'm gonna name this person Arrow 2. I don't... Wait, can I just name it Arrow? Is that... Arrow. Wait, nicknames can contain numbers, letters, and special characters. Arrow Nui. Dash. That's invalid, what do you mean? Stand. I don't understand. Your alliance name is Game Or? That's so weird. Game GOGG. I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. Is this your world? I need an alliance market. Okay, I don't have alliance market, right? What am I building right now? Am I building anything? I am not building anything right now. Scout camp. You know, I hate it here. I want to go back. But I'm gonna time myself to hit level 7 here, and then I'm gonna go and play properly. That's the plan. That's the plan. Okay. Is that level 4 into level 5? Walls, level 4 into level 5 requires a level 5 hospital. Level 5 hospital requires a foundry, which we do not have. Boom. It's okay, we'll just wait for this. We got this. We got this. There we go. Boom. 20 seconds. I'll name myself definitely not Arrow. Damn. Not Arrow. I don't know. Could I... Like that? Space? Is space allowed? What do you mean special characters? What are special characters? Like that? That... what are... Okay, what is considered special character? Like, they don't specify. Underscore? I hate underscores. You know what? This is in K95, so I'm just gonna name this Arrow 95. Okay, there. I hate it, by the way, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, Foundry has to be leveled up. Let's speed a dish up. Boom. Foundry has to be leveled up. Let's speed this up. And then hospital can hit... oh, I don't have any... Oh, I do. Go for Foundry. One, two, three. Foundry has to be level 5. 20 minutes. 20 minutes?! Okay, 1, 2, 3, right there. Quick maths. Also 20 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Hospital's done in 10 seconds. We wait 10 seconds. 30 minutes. Can we speed this up? There we go. Upgrade. 2 hours. We have a 60-minute one, right? Boom. Alright, Hall of Order. I need level 6 walls and level 1 Abbey. And then we need the night camp to be higher. Right? Swordsman camp. To be whatever level. What is swordsman camp? Level 6. And then walls have to be level 6. Which I need hospital to be at level 6, which I need foundry to be at level 6. Okay, that's a given. That's nothing. That's no problem at all. No problem at all. We are very good at speedrunning this. Foundry 40 minute. Alright, let's speed this up. 40 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And then hospital can hit level 48. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Hospital has reached level 6. Walls needs to go up. 58 minutes. 58 minutes, we'll round. It's fine. And then swordsman camp. Okay, this needs to level up to level 6. I am like running it down. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3. It's no biggie. No biggie. It's no biggie. We speed running this. Okay, level 4, level 5. Level 5 mint. Okay. 1 minute, right? Oh, 2 minutes. There we go. And then level 16. 16 minutes, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Swordsman 6, right? This is level 4. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, so realistically, I would say it's around level 6 mint. I would say if you use the speed ups, it takes around 10 minutes to hit all 3 goals. That is my 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And then 5 hours. Do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? There we go. Speed run. Okay, so my timer says 20 minutes, but that's also me going back and forth. So yeah, level 7 on Arrow 95. I'm switching back. I'm switching back. But let me claim everything. And then wait, what is this? Open? Stone turned to gold started. I don't know what this is. Mara has asked to speak with you regarding the strange stone you found that was being used to cast curses.
My lord, The stone that you gave me to research is filled with a powerful dark energy. I've poured through the archives, but...
People are caught fear. I'd recommend...
Wait a moment.
I'll
This
properly
light
go through
effect,
this.
I'm certain that the
I'll probably go through this on
The ritual
Arrow
will
Nui,
no
not
longer
Arrow
be
95.
if you ignore that I'd need...
I saw it. It was dead.
Speedrun!
Mara, how much do you need exactly? If you need... Oh, the night at Silver Star Bazaar might not even exist anymore.
I like how it has a story though.
Name's Kella. That's what and what, Gronky? You're here for not much of it, but today's your and I examined it all myself. Well, it's all yours.
What?
Well, I was walking, Mama.
How
Of
odd.
course they don't have it.
Lucky for us. Dronky picked up the right kind. You have my. If you can help me get my good.
Okay, that's done. I can claim these. Ding ding. And then there we go. And then those are just things I can build, I believe. Road to Glory. There we go. Okay, I claimed everything. Everything? Everything. Okay. Okay. I don't know where that 2 is coming from. Oh, avatar frame. Okay, cool. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, I'm moving back. So, for those that would like to help, we have 2 alliances. One on a World 94 and one on World 95. Alright, I want to... Ooh, technology. Alliance building resource cost. Do I... Okay, so I need to... Okay, I can't donate anymore. And then... Let's claim everything that we can. Ooh, I got a nice reward. Whichever that may be. Oh, it's a frame. I see, I see. And then we can claim everything that we've done. Nice. Explore. Just because I wasn't here
I'm on it.
doesn't mean you can slack.
Atharan awaits.
That's more like it. Keep moving. Okay, so I'm currently level 5. Let's see if we can push this for level 7. Oh, perfect timing. 3, 2, 1. Ding! And then this allows me to level up. Takes 2 hours. We'll speed this up. Stonewall needs a level 6 hospital, needs a level 6 foundry. For 40 minutes, so 5, 6, 7, 8. And then hospital goes up. So this requires an hour. Okay. One minute left on that one. Let's claim our stuff. There's a lot of rewards. I do like that. Who doesn't like free stuff, right?
I have to keep going.
Oh. Whoever is helping, I really appreciate it. We are at 2 out of 2. So we reached our first goal. That is amazing. I really don't know who it is at this point. Let me check. Is there even a way to check? There is no way to check, unfortunately. It just says someone reached level 5. But whoever it is, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, open. Oh, this is the stone turned to gold. All right, we said we're gonna watch this, so let's do. Mara has asked to speak with you regarding the strange stone you found that was being used to cast curses.
My lord, the stone that you gave me to research is filled with a powerful dark energy. I've pored through the archives, but I haven't been able to find a single mention of anything like it.
I've heard no end of talk about it recently. There's been traces of it found in other places too. People are calling it Mana Stone. It comes from an inscription on the Augur Stone. When the stars fall in flames, Mana Stone shall rise. Fear is spreading across Tamaris. Those foul creatures have got everyone in a panic. I'd recommend we get rid of the stuff as soon as possible, Your Grace.
Wait a moment. Take a look at this.
The light emitted by the Mana Stone brightens and fades. A black mist swirls within it.
This black mist is a manifestation of the evil energies inside Mana Stone. Through their cursing ritual, the Darklings were able to bring a powerful creature under their control. I'm certain that the power they relied on was exactly the same as the power within this stone.
I don't think I'll ever forget the sight of that bear. Lying on the floor, swaying its head back and forth as if it had lost its mind. If Mana Stone is that dangerous, we need to destroy it immediately.
The ritual we witnessed was not an isolated incident. Who knows how many of them succeeded? There may even still be ongoing as we speak. Rather than destroying it, by purifying Mana Stone, we might be able to free those poor creatures from their curse.
I see your point, but we still don't know a thing about Mana Stone. Where do we even begin?
If Mana Stone is indeed corrupted, then it must have a pure natural form. If you ignore the black mist within it, then Mana Stone looks very similar to dragonglass or any other volcanic rock. But I'd need to compare the two to be sure.
I saw a dagger made of dragonglass once, at Silver Star Bazaar. It was deadly sharp, but light as a feather. I reckon you could throw it in the sea and it wouldn't sink. Expensive as anything though. And if we need dragonglass for your experiments... Mara, how much do you need exactly? I'm afraid it won't come cheap. If you need anything, chances are they've got it at Silver Star Bazaar. But the Night of Burning Stars wreaks havoc on the roads. It's taking everything we've got to keep the fires from spreading further. Silver Star Bazaar might not even exist anymore, let alone sell dragonglass.
Mara nods at you and pockets the Mana Stone.
Please allow me to join you.
Alright, and then we talk to the other person. A young halfling woman comes up to you, accompanied by her donkey, who shakes his head back and forth as he walks.
Name's Kella. Not to brag, but I am known far and wide as the savviest trader in all of Tamaris. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lord. Wouldn't be a very savvy trader without a decent pair of eyes, would I? And where would a lord like you be without a trusted counselor? Dronky, say hello to our guests.
The donkey beside her gives a friendly snort and a wave of its fringe.
You're here for
You got it
dragon
running?
glass,
Let
ain't you?
me finish this
Not
part
much
first.
of it on the market these days. Nobody's seen so much as a glimpse of the stuff. But today's your lucky day, hon. I just so happen to have some in stock. Of course. Went all the way to the Dragon's Maw to get it. And I examined it all myself. Top tier stuff, perfectly transparent, light as a feather. Well, I don't actually have it on me.
Wait, you can move
Now,
regions? Does it cost gems?
I just might need a little help.
What happened?
Well, things have been a little chaotic since the night of burning stars. A couple days ago, I ran into a horde of those awful darklings. Was walking down a road I have walked 1,000 times when I got robbed in broad daylight. Mama always said, life's worth more than gold. Took me about 3 seconds to decide to drop all my goods and turn tail.
How awful. May the light watch over you.
When I
Wait,
came to
random
find out,
region
the
or
darklings
a
had
region of
taken
choice?
all the dragon glass I had. Not even a shard left behind. And now, the road to the Dragon Mall has been blocked off.
So
And that was the only dragon glass anybody could get their hands on.
that's not
for
practical
miles.
though. You could
Lucky
end up
for
in a
us,
different region that you don't want to
Donkey
be in.
picked up the robber's scent, led me right back to their camp. It's not far from here. Kindness like that, it warms my heart. It truly does. You have my word as a trader. If you can help me get my goods back, the dragon glass is yours, free of charge. Oh, good. Kella keeps her word. Ask anyone.
Yo. Hello, hello?
Hello?
Hello. What do you need help with?
So you've joined Vlad's?
Actually, I have both.
What do
Are
you mean you
you
have both?
which world are you on?
Wait, oh, how do I know?
So at the if you click into your settings under account/characters, you
Yeah.
can see the under character management, what number are you?
96.
Everyone's at a different world. If you haven't like started, I would say just press create new one and then make it either at 94 with me or 95 with Vlad.
Wait, why is my power higher than both of yours?
How is your power wait, which maybe it's because of what you started? I don't know. Did you pick which order?
I chose elves. So I can't, unless I join you guys, I can't.
Well, you can still join an alliance whether we are in the same.
Wait, Vlad said he can move regions.
Yeah, but by random.
Oh, crud.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what I get first. if I move the regions.
If you move regions, there's an item that lets you move your region for free, but it's random. But if
Yeah, I have the item. Beginner's relocation. Okay. Wait. Oh no, this is region. It's
so
not
it's
like I can choose where to go actually, but it's within the same world.
oh okay, then just I would say just so if you have an alliance hull, okay, like
Alliance Hall. Yes,
it
I do.
would allow us to help you speed up. But you can technically join any alliance anywhere.
I see. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'll move. I'll move.
Did you do a lot already?
I mean, I'm higher power than you.
What level? What city? What city?
It's okay. I'm making a new one.
Okay.
What world are you in?
94.
Oh my gosh, it's so close. Gray Hill?
94, yes, Grey Hill.
Burning. Okay.
Grey Hill, yes.
I am very good at speedrunning as well, apparently. I just click. All I do is click.
The
everything.
tutorial is a little long, but after the tutorial, you kind of just save time.
Yeah, I literally just click everything.
How are you higher level than me?
I don't know if it's level, but it's power.
Yeah, how are you higher power?
only by like 100 or something like that.
Oh, okay, I will beat you.
17,000, right? So, well, obviously, you welcome.
Hey, I moved.
I'm just better at speedrunning.
Oh, is that so?
Let's do this.
What if I made a character in your world while you
is my
make a...
gold? Wait.
Hmm?
The red gold is not shared.
Red gem?
The red gem is not shared throughout world.
It's separated, isn't it?
Does that mean I just lost like 1,700?
Did you make a... Wait,
No,
hold on.
because there's one that was for the account. Like there was a 500 that was given just for your whole account.
Hold on, let me check. Honestly, I have not had to use gems aside from creating an alliance.
Wait, I just need to get to level 7, right?
Level
Wait, I already
7.
got to level 7. Oh no, I didn't. Looks like Vlad's in level 7.
Level
I definitely got to
7...
level 5 because you got the
Okay, I can tell you for a fact that gems are probably not shared. Each world you make, you get new gems, because on Vlad's world, I have 1,600.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which is the one that you just joined?
No, it's the one, so that's the one I just made, is 1,600. The one that I started with, Grey Hill, I'm on 200.
Yeah? But I started with like 200 just now.
No, this is 200 after, I'm at 300
I have
after I
200.
made an
I have
alliance.
200. Oh.
Yeah.
Fine. Fine. What did Vlad choose? What world?
He was 95. Everyone's off by 1. You're 96. Vlad's 95. I'm 94. It wasn't even by choice.
Did you draw a legendary?
From what? This? The tavern?
Yeah, the thing.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a daily free draw.
Yeah.
You drew a legendary?
For the first one. Yo, you got one too. Oh wait.
I
You
don't.
got legendary stars.
I don't think she's legendary. She's epic.
No, but you got legendary something else.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
See the second one. I think legendary.
How can I improve? I am
Legendary is legendary.
Legendary character is probably better.
I am a master
But
of the bow
it's
and
fine.
arrow. Thank you. I will take my. Please accept these.
Wait, did you get a legendary?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I just want to get to level 7. That's it. So.
Fair.
Yes. This is click simulator. For me. I'm not listening to the story at all. You know those click games where the more you click, the higher level you get?
Like idle games?
Yeah, click.
brilliant idea.
What a brilliant idea.
Go back to city, please. You're right, tutorial's slow.
But once you get past the tutorial, it's not too bad. Oh, I got a new character.
Someone message?
Greg.
I want to join the call.
What are you doing? All right, girls. I'm queer. You
Is this
take us
like...
and we take care of the dark.
It's like COD.
In any case, if
It looks
you
like
find
that,
any
yeah.
treasure or
It's also
something,
writing
let us
about...
know. And if you ever want to find out, you, right? That's my girl.
Darn it.
Hmm?
I didn't even get a legendary.
For the holy light.
At least you got a legendary. I got an epic
Unfortunate.
guy as well. I got the ice mage.
For the holy light.
That's a lot of gold though. Dang.
Ooh, you? Me?
My second thing was gold.
Oh, I see. I see.
Everything else was gold, basically.
Money is nice.
Yes, money.
Good to have money.
What a brilliant idea.
What a brilliant idea.
They'll write songs about that one.
Marksman.
$33,000 power. Yeah. There's a guy with a huge army outside my house. At my castle.
I mean, they can't touch you. You're under protection.
Oh yeah, I am, it looks like.
With the battle over, Kella cannot restrain herself from rushing to look over the dragon glass.
Keller, is this all of the dragon glass you lost?
No. I had a whole bag full. Now there's less than half of it left. Dang thieving red eyes. Don't they know how hard it is to be an entrepreneur? I appreciate you trying to comfort me, hon, but to lose all that dragon glass? Donkey's holding his right hoof up. That means there's danger afoot. Those dirty, thieving scoundrels have got to be nearby. I can't stand to lose any more dragon glass, hun. We better hightail it out of here.
Sorry, I don't know if you said anything. Five hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Level 7.
Which region are you in?
What do you mean? Like, oh, I am in Forgotten Lands region. I can just give you my coordinates if that helps. There's a lot of space around me, you know?
The mist has dispersed. I have to keep going.
Wait, what? That's no way. Oh, man. I swear I got the right one. Or maybe I blanked out for a second. Unfortunate. That was very unfortunate.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Alright, let's build some alliance centers. I find an empty area.
What a brilliant idea. Move on my command.
The sun. I hope we won't have to face a behemoth.
Technology or prospecting. Do that. Perfect. This game is very detailed. It's got a lot of depth to it. I feel like if you play something like this, you'll constantly have things to work on. You know, life is about improving yourself. My game's lagging. Let's unfreeze. Don't do this. This is weird. Let me just quickly Alright. Let's try again. Alright, we are back. See.
I'm on it.
Level 7. Let's upgrade that.
What a brilliant idea.
Upgrade a hero to level 7. Fair fight.
What a brilliant idea.
Do that. Wait, is no one like defending this? Yikes.
Move on my command.
Okay, we gotta go and escort that. I don't know if I can get there in time. They're halfway through. That's not good. Go. Run faster. This is bad. I'm taking so much damage. There we go. Oh no.
May the frost consume you.
Oh, this is bad. Oh no, I think I'm about to lose that caravan. Okay, let's try that again.
All part of the plan.
No, 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 come back, come back. Why are you not attacking?
Human cat. Shall we pick up the pace?
Shall we play green boats? Do you hear the sound of the wind?
I wasn't escorting. It's not great. It's not great. I was not escorting properly. Two minutes. Go.
Brilliant idea.
Actually, let's do this first.
May the frost consume you.
Okay. And then let's do that over here. There we go. Okay, I think this is a much better escort attempt. I think. Oh my gosh, why are there so many?
We're friends now, right?
All part of I'm not that wise. I just know how to think.
We're outnumbered.
Feel the
Come on,
power
just
of
hang in there. Come on, it's almost there.
Do we have a battle report?
Okay. Oh, that was... You didn't expect to encounter yet another horde of Darklings, but this time you managed to keep the Dragon Glass safe.
What a fight! We sure showed those Darklings what for! And both Dronky and my dragon glass are safe and sound. Perfect. A happy ending all round. Couldn't have done it without you, hon. Deal's a deal. Take as much dragon glass as you like.
This is some excellent quality dragon glass. I'll only need a small amount. Except for the black mist inside the Mana Stone, you can see that the two are practically identical in both appearance and quality. From the look of it, the Mana Stone really has been corrupted. Originally, it was a naturally occurring volcanic rock, much like dragon glass.
Hello?
So, Mana
Welcome back.
Stone's a
Thank you, thank you.
volcanic
That
rock
is in
after all.
Tomb
Wait a
2.
minute.
Okay.
What is Mana Stone anyhow?
You have only just realized that Kella has been standing silently. Ooh. I got distracted. You nod. Mara begins explaining the reasons behind your hunt for Dragon Glass.
Is that so? Sounds like it could mean big profits. Big problems. Let me take a look at that Mana Stone. Huh. I feel like I've seen this stuff before somewhere.
Have you seen a Darkling curse ritual too?
No chance. I wouldn't hang around to watch a creepy scene like that. But that black mist. Oh! I once sold somebody a dagger made out of dragon glass. Sharp as anything, but light as a feather, would float even if you threw it into the sea.
That dagger, was it called Dragon Rift by any chance?
As a matter of fact, it was. Now, Dragon Rift, oh, that was a masterpiece. But it was so expensive that nobody ever bought it. When I bought it from its original owner, everybody laughed at me. But when I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. So I got a mage to enchant it using some super expensive mana. When the enchantment was done, the dagger had some kind of energy swirling inside it. It looked like mist. The day I finally found a buyer, I broke the sales record for the most expensive weapon ever sold at Silver Star Bazaar.
I've seen enchanted weapons before, but nothing like what you describe. Kella, did this misty energy you saw swirling inside Dragon Rift look anything like this Mana Stone?
It looked kind of similar. Different color, though. The mist inside Dragon Rift was blue.
It's possible that the mist was created by enchanting dragon glass. So the Darklings are stealing dragon glass and enchanting it, creating Mana Stone. But as Kella says, the mist inside that dagger was blue. Kella, do you remember who you sold Dragon Rift to?
Sorry. The whole deal was done through an intermediary. I never found out who the buyer was.
Unfortunate. It seems we have no way to compare Dragon Rift to the Mana Stone. And for now, we have no way of finding out more about the Black Mist.
That's a pity.
Indeed.
What's with the long faces? Why not just make another? The dragon glass y'all have came from the Dragon's Maw, just like the stuff that Dragon Rift was made of. And I bought the mana straight from my pal Percy. He's got a huge collection, all top-notch quality.
It's worth a try, my lord.
You'll find Percy's mana hut at Black Crow Gorge. I can take y'all there.
That looks like a very high level area. think the voice acting is done pretty nicely too.
I heard things are a little chaotic over that way, though. Y'all better get going.
Did you get us a friends and family discount?
Of course.
All right. Evening.
Hello.
Hello. Were you able to find the Alliance?
That's what I was asking about. Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Oh. Let me see.
Boss! I thought you were gonna...
Don't guilt trip me like that, Chakram, Chak, whatever your name is.
It's because you're reading the thing, so it's...
I'm on it.
You'll definitely be behind.
Oh, I'm only
Okay.
reading it on this one. Wait, am I still behind? There's no way you caught up to me that fast.
What is your top left attack?
27,000.
Oh, okay, you're still higher. Never mind.
Level 5 to level 6, level 6, level 7. My walls are level 6. Walls require hospital level 7. Hospital requires foundry, of course. Of course. Obviously. 2, 1. Upgrade. Then boom, boom.
Boss!
It gives so many speed ups.
Mm-hmm.
So...
That's how you speedrun everything, right?
But how? I still don't know what level I am.
What do you... Oh, if you scroll just a little outside, right under your name, I believe that is your level.
Oh. Yeah, I think you're right. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, right. 1, 2, 3. 10 hours. Okay, I don't think I have enough like to speed up to do that. But I am at 7 going on 8. I think this is a good place to stop. You know, this game does remind me of the other game that I've played before, but it's more friendly, I think. It's like more intuitive, like there's more you can do. It's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Thank you all for tuning in to the sponsored stream. As mentioned earlier, this stream is sponsored by Call of Dragons. I personally find it pretty interesting, and I feel like, you know, there's a lot to do, and it's definitely worth checking out. Thank you all for your support. Have a wonderful weekend as it is coming up. I will be streaming this game next week again. Until then, stay safe, stay hydrated, and that will be it for tonight. Have a good one. Bye.